I need to prove that racism does not exist. It is a lie. Racism does not exist. Do you believe me when I say racism does not exist?
I already knew that independently.
Oh, excuse me. And you know that there is no such thing as racism. It's a lie.
Yeah.
And prove it, that racism does not exist.
Well, I've always said that it's a false vice in that you can't have hatred for one group of people and have love for your own family, your own whatever you look like.
So you've always known that racism doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's just foreign. You don't read about it in the Bible. I mean, people always divide themselves even amongst each other. No matter what you are, say you go to this one school, and when you go and join with other people who are from a different school, you separate from them. When you're at that same school with everybody else who's at the same school with you, you separate among your own cliques. People are just cliquish.
Right.
So it's not racism. That's not a real thing.
I talked about this past Sunday morning in my Sunday morning services.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that it's a lie that racism exists. Racism does not exist. It's an illusion. It's a distraction. It prevents you from seeing what's really going on. In all that we do, and you just mentioned the Bible, and you're right. The Bible doesn't mention anything about racism, because racism is a lie that's made up by the children of Satan. The children of the Prince of Darkness, they believe that. He tells them that. So they believe it in order to, and he does that so that you don't see the real deal that is happening, and that it is an evil thing that's going on, good versus evil. And I thought about back in slavery, and I thought about when I was growing up under the Jim Crow law and all the other things. None of that stuff had to do with racism at all. There's no such thing as racism. There's no such thing as men hating women because they are women. No such thing as women hating men because they are men. A spiritual trauma took place in their lives, and they hate the violators. They hate the people or person who traumatized them. They don't hate the color of that person. They hate the spirit of that person, whether it's the mothers or fathers or enemy on the street. But the people of darkness call it racism because they don't want you to realize that they're evil. And so they're protecting their true nature. And people good don't see that. And that's why they go along with the word racism. These children of darkness, they have attached racism to everything now.
It's a presumption that you can know somebody's heart and what they're thinking and what motivates them.
Right. Black people have never been hated in this country because of their color. If you listen to a supposedly racist KKK or skinhead talk about a black person,
mm-hmm.
they don't talk necessarily about their color. They talk about their lack of character.
Yeah.
They talk about black people and how they treat each other.
The stereotype of what many of them live down to.
Right. It's not, I've never heard anyone say, I hate black people because they're black.
Oh, nasty.
What?
I'm trying to...
I've not heard that at all.
Yeah.
They would say black people this, black people that, black people hate white people, and that's why I hate them. Even with the whites, the blacks who are hating whites today, they don't hate them because they are white. They hate them because they have been fed a lie about white people, and that they believe that white people hate them. They believe that white people are trying to hold them back. And so they hate white people for those reasons. And that has nothing to do with color
Yep.
at all. So it's just a lie. It doesn't exist. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Andre, what point you're making about Farrakhan and the Black Panthers?
I was just asking if they're considered racist.
No, they're considered, well, to the blind, they're considered racist, but to the folks who can see, they are considered evil.
Just haters.
Yeah, they're evil. And they represent their father, the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about that and not about the color itself. The interesting thing about a lot of these people who are supposed to be hating based on color, they are from white people. Most black people have white blood. You know what I'm saying? and Louis Farrakhan, for example, have white folks in his family. How you going to hate whites if your family members are white? You know?
But he pretends that he doesn't hate whites.
But that's what evil does. It has to pretend.
Uh-huh.
It can't say, here I am and I'm evil. And I hate white people because I'm evil. You know, it's not going to say that. You have to pretend. Evil cannot work unless it can deceive you. That is about something else. It's not going to tell you what it's doing and the real reason it's doing that.
I heard you tell a story once or twice, and I've always brought it up since then, that Farrakhan's mother tried to abort him with a coat hanger.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Knowing that your mother tried to abort you with a coat hanger, that's enough to make you want to hate. And so Louis Farrakhan hate that. He hate the way that he was treated while being raised, you know, by failing parents. But then he go out into the world just as Malcolm X did. Malcolm X, wait till you read about his life. And some people think that Malcolm X overcame racism when he went to Mecca. Not true. What are you saying?
I'm saying that, and now Farrakhan, and I don't know Malcolm X, but Farrakhan is this fake nice, fake politeness, fake professionalism.
After calling for killing whites and police officer, and then you interview him about it. Oh, no. I'm not talking about that. We have to just love one another. We're not talking about killing white folks. Back in a moment.